We all remember that scene from the Titanic, right? The guys that's playing the violin while the ship was sinking. That's exactly how your boy Bobby Monsoon feels watching the current state of WWE. Sitting here watching a company I grew up loving get exposed, smashed straight into an iceberg called TKO, and now slowly sinking right in front of us. This is the worst day of my life! WWE getting exposed by wrestlers that left the company and that's still in the company. If you ask me, it's embarrassing. Raw on Netflix didn't even crack the top 10 so they can even get ratings. Dog, this is sad. Maybe it's because of the same click copy, click paste, click copy, click paste booking they've been doing every week and every month, and quite frankly, I'm sick of it, and a lot of people are too, obviously. When you think of WWE, you think of a yard sale. Oh, why you say that, Bobby Monsoon? Because they don't give us nothing new! Same booking, same storyline, the same people getting buried. This company ideas are as stale as bread that's been left out for weeks. I can see why AJ Styles left the first month into his retirement. Man, this AJ Styles situation is starting to become extremely confusing, and it's annoying a lot of people, including me, dog. AJ Styles, we thought when he lost to Gunther at Royal Rumble that we'll finally get him at AEW, TNA for his last year. But then Triple H comes out and says he's done with in-ring competition. AJ Styles will be joining the creative circus backstage at WWE Creative, so we was all bummed out about that. But then you turn around, you got CM Punk going on some type of radio show and saying, I had a conversation with AJ Styles. This might not be his last thing, but it's none of y'all business of what our conversation was or whatever he said. Basically alluding to the fact that AJ Styles might not be done. I'm crossing my fingers. We might have a chance, y'all, to have AJ Styles in AEW. He did all he can in WWE. He broke metrics that we'll never ever see again, man. Think about it. He was tag team champions. He had the Intercontinental title, the US title. He was WWE champion 2 times, man. An incredible career. But this one metric that a lot of people don't know that AJ Styles had was like probably most unbelievable one. AJ Styles had not won one PLE since 2023. This is a complete embarrassment, and WWE Creative should be absolutely ashamed of themselves. How in the world does AJ Styles not win one PLE in 4 years? Can you make any sense of that? This is sad, man, and this is a good segue into what Ricochet was tweeting about. Ricochet completely exposes WWE in a series of tweets. Ricochet says they took my love for pro wrestling away. I'll never forget how I felt walking into work every week, and the platform was only there to make others look good at my expense. And I told them I'd rather quit and go back to the indies and make whatever I make there than come back to this circus act. He also says many discovered me at a time where my talents and legacy were being taken advantage by a company that didn't really care about me. He said the same thing happened to Balor, Shinsuke, Apollo, and many others. WWE kills legacies and the love for the sport. It's what they do best.
It's what we do, what we do, what we do, what we do, it's what we do, what we do. It's why we do what we do, 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 and what we do, 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 we do what we do, and what we do, 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 why we do what we do. That's why we do what we do.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
If you ask me, Ricochet hasn't told one single lie in any of these tweets. Watching WWE, we can all agree on one thing. This company has failed to curate new stars. This company has completely dropped the ball with almost everybody that could have been larger than life. Ricochet, one of the best in-ring talent you got. What's the best you got for him? Put the speed title on him. A match where you only get 3 minutes. The best in-ring competitor you got on your roster, you give him a title where you only get a match for 3 minutes. It makes 0 sense. WWE dropped the ball on so many superstars, it's hard to even comprehend. Shinsuke Nakamura, the whole Wyatt Six, Rusev, Tommaso Ciampa, Dean Ambrose, Bayley, Finn Balor, Kristen Cage. My God, maybe WWE need to go back to WWF. The World Wrestling of Fumbling Superstars. This is annoying. It's sad. It's pathetic. So I got sent some footage from some fans that was in a newly built arena. And if you let WWE tell it, everything was great. Everything was perfect. No issues at all. But if you take a look at this, you can see it's a completely different story. I'm going to show y'all this. This is crazy, man. There was fans that couldn't even sit in their seats because they were glued or zip-tied shut, so they had to find tools and try to pry it open, dog. If I would have bought a ticket to Royal Rumble, I had to go through that, I would have been pissed. Man, before going to a wrestling event, I'm used to going to places like 7-Eleven, maybe grab some gum, maybe go to Chick-fil-A, grab a little bite to eat so I don't have to spend, I don't know, $100 on a drink and a hot dog. Man, out of all the places you could go before a wrestling show, the last place I would think I would need to go is Home Depot. And have to get what? A drill? A chainsaw just to be able to sit in my seat? That's ridiculous. All the money you're charging, and the last thing you can do is just make sure the seat opens up. This ad is brought to you by the Pirates in the chat. Go to BobbyMonsoon.com. Get your Ruthless Depression ad t-shirt. If you're sick of the BS in professional wrestling, if you're sick of the soulless billionaires taking advantage of the fans, show them you had enough. Go to BobbyMonsoon.com. Get the Ruthless Depression ad t-shirt. Then, now, and never again. Dynamite started off with, it don't matter what Dynamite started off with, the Don Callis family. My man Andrade proved why he's about to be the next AEW champion, man. Oh my God. Andrade and Kenny Omega. You know, if you've been following my AEW takes, I've been asking for this match. Ever since I seen Andrade came back and attacked Kenny Omega, I've been wanting to see this match. I knew this was going to be fire. I knew this was going to be one of the bangers, man. They got a lot of bangers coming this year. This was just the first installment, and they did not disappoint. Of course, the match of the night, the match of the week might be the match of 2026 so far. Either this or Tommaso Ciampa and Mark Briscoe, that was up there too. But man, I enjoyed this match, man. Don Callis, the genius himself, the greatest manager of all time, slipped a screwdriver to my man Andrade. This was fire. You had Swerve Strickland actually trying to get into the mix, so Andrade didn't get to use the screwdriver, but he got off with the low blow, just like he did Swerve Strickland a week prior. Now we got one more spot at Grand Slam. Andrade versus Hangman Adam Page. This is going to be a fire match. I don't see Hangman Adam Page beating Andrade. We already got Hangman Adam Page versus MJF. We got that too many times. Hangman Adam Page, he seems like he's in limbo now. He's trio champions with jet speed, and it's just like, All right, man. I like Hangman, dog. Hangman, my man. But right now, it's not your time. Andrade got the momentum. Andrade's undefeated. Andrade deserves a shot at the AEW Championship. Andrade's being booked how he should have been booked since the second he walked into AEW or WWE. This guy's a bona fide star. Speaking of the Don Callis family, you had Josh Alexander, El Clan, Takeshita go over the Death Riders. El Clan is the most underrated guy on the Don Callis family. Might be one of the most underrated on the AEW roster, man. He's been cooking on Collision. Now he's on Dynamite, cooking on Dynamite. I want to see more El Clan on Dynamite. The Don Callis family goes over again, beats the Death Riders. The Death Riders is in disarray. And this is going to lead into Jon Moxley versus Takeshita at Grand Slam for the AEW Continental Championship. I got Takeshita in this. I'm not gonna lie, man. Takeshita, unless my man Okada don't come in and do nothing tricky, man, I think Takeshita gonna pull this out. He beat Jon Moxley already in the C2 tournament. I see them running it back. I see him getting that over again. He win the Continental Championship. Now we gotta run Okada versus Takeshita back. Next, you got Toni Storm and Orange Cassidy basically in a squash match. Then they cut a promo talking about their match at Grand Slam. Toni Storm, Orange Cassidy, Wheeler Yuta, Marina Shafir, whoever takes the pinfall, whoever gets pinned has to shave their hair bald. Oh my gosh, can you imagine? Toni Storm says Marina Shafir is gonna look like Jon Moxley when she's done with her, man. I think it's pretty obvious to everybody Wheeler Yuta will be getting his head shaved, man. I don't see Orange Cassidy taking a fall having to shave his head. And of course, I don't see none of the women. Wheeler Yuta seems like the obvious choice. I would be surprised if it's Orange Cassidy, but that's going to be an interesting match to tune into at the Grand Slam. Like I said this on my live, remember the last guy that shaved his head on Dynamite turned into a bona fide star, Kyle Fletcher. Shaved his head and was never the same since. His trajectory went through the roof, and I'm expecting whoever shaves their head this time, the same thing might happen. Don't be surprised. Next, you got Darby Allin. I've been trying to make calls, see if bro is okay, man. He got kidnapped, thrown in the trunk, got beat up before Dynamite. Gabe Kidd tags him behind, drags him behind the car, man. Takes him into the middle of the desert, beat him up some more, leaves him in the middle of the desert, man. So we've been trying to figure out what's going on with Darby Allin. Nobody can't find him. His phone going straight to voicemail. It's a bad situation for Darby Allin, man. I think him and Gabe Kidd needs to figure this out and settle this. Revolution. They need to settle this, man. I don't know if it's a street fight. I don't know if it's a cage match. I don't know if it's a career match. But Gabe Kidd and Darby Allin has a next level hatred. We thought Darby Allin was done with the Death Riders. Even though Gabe Kidd is not official with Death Riders, we know he's an affiliate, man. I thought Darby Allin was done. I thought Gabe Kidd was done. Gabe Kidd like, nah, we got more pain for you. So I'm interested in seeing how this turns out. But man, I think their next match is going to be a classic, man. Next, you got Hangman Adam Page going over Mark Davis, man. Davis and Doyle was supposed to be a team, but we know Jake Doyle, I should say. He got injured, unfortunately, so he got Mark Davis out there in singles competition. He takes the job. He loses the Hangman Adam Page. Hangman getting ready for his match with Andrade at Grand Slam. Hopefully he loses that. Hangman been in limbo, man. Swerve Strickland seems like he's getting in limbo too, man. I've been calling for this, man. It might be time for them to run that feud back. If not, then they should just be tag team champions. Go after FTR, man. And they'll run it back later down the year. Next, we got Mega Bad going over the Babes of Wrath, man. So they get a title shot at Grand Slam, and I think they're gonna win, dog. I think Babes of Wrath, they did their thing. They're the inaugural women's AEW Tag Team Champions. They did what they could. Now it's time for Megan Bad to get that spot. I told y'all, Megan Bang, she coming up in the ranks. She get the tag team titles. That's going to be fire, man. As far as the Babes of Wrath, Willow, she still got the TBS title. That's cool. Harley Cameron, she'll go and do her thing in the mid-card. That's cool, man. They did what they had to do, but it's time for new AEW Women Tag Team Champions. I got Megan Bad going over at Grand Slam. Next, you got Ricochet going over Jack Perry, man. He put the belt on the turnbuckle, slammed Jack Perry into the belt, man. as the referee was distracted because Ricochet boys and the Young Bucks was fighting on the outside, man. Ricochet holding down the national champion. Ricochet fired, man. He let out them tweets. He had a fire match on AEW Dynamite, so that's what's up, man. I don't know what's gonna go on with Jack Perry, man. Once again, just like Davis, he was in the tag team. His partner got injured, so now he's kind of stuck in limbo. But man, I'm glad to see Ricochet being booked finally correctly. Now, next we got the surprise of the night, the curveball of the night, MJF getting squashed. What? I can't believe I'm even saying this in the same sentence. MJF getting squashed by Brody King. MJF, he's about to get it in with Brody King. Hangman Adam Page music comes on. He gets distracted, man. He turns his back. Brody King takes advantage, starts beating up MJF. Winds up beating him, holding up the title at the end of Dynamite, man. Now, I know Tony Khan wants people to believe Brody King actually has a chance at Grand Slam of beating MJF, but it's not going to happen. They're going to have a fire match. They're going to have a banger match. MJF is going to show why he's MJF. He's going to retain the title at Grand Slam. But let me know what y'all think about that. Another solid Dynamite. 2 weeks in a row. I think the rating's going to come in real strong for Dynamite again. I think they're going over 600 again this week. As far as Collision hit 500,000. Tommaso Ciampa! Mark Briscoe, a big reason why that happened. Hopefully they can continue it. Tommaso Ciampa will be defending the TNT title versus, I think it's Claudio Castagnoli and Roderick Strong in a triple threat match. That should be fire on Collision. Tony Khan cooking up Collision, and I'm going to be tuned into that. Let me know what y'all think about that. What do you think about the Ricochet tweets, man? You think Ricochet was right? Do you think WWE has buried too many stars? Also, what do you think about AJ Styles not winning not one PLE? Are you serious, man? Crackdown is in a few days, so, catch me on live on that after that's over. But let me know what y'all think about that. I'm going to holler at y'all in the comments. It's Bobby Basu 215. Like, comment, subscribe. Bow!